Welcome to the LA Story Podcast with Stevie Wilson.
Hi people, this is Stevie and we're back with Susie and we have Ryka. Hi Ryka.
Hello.
And why don't you tell us what you want Susie to do?
I would really like some highlights, like a beigey blonde, and I usually do put them in my own hair. I do get the highlights in, but it's a little damaging, so she's going to put some extensions in for me to make it pop.
Okay. And Susie, what are you going to use?
Well, we're going to use a tape method of hair extension that stays in the hair 4 to 6 weeks. This hair is reusable, and we're not using a more permanent method because she may change her mind, and we don't know how long she wants to keep these highlights. We're going to do a pretty drastic color change here. So we don't want to make a long-term commitment, for example, with a hair extension method that would last 4 months. We don't want to make that kind of a commitment with Ryka for these highlights. So we're going to go with a tape method that's 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay. How long can you go in terms of a commitment?
4 months. We have one method of hair extensions that stays in for 4 months, so I see those clients 3 times a year.
Wow. And you can reuse that same hair?
Not that one. The one that stays in for 4 months, we do not reuse the hair.
Okay, people, so she's sectioning off just like she did with Kimmy.
Okay, this method, sometimes we make these smaller, sometimes we put these in half, but we're going to do a pretty big section here, so we want to keep them wide. So what we do is peel off the paper, and now this is sticky.
Okay.
Sticky tape here.
Can you see that, people? See it's sticky?
Very light. This is very lightweight, so it's very safe for people with fine, thin hair.
Which Ryka doesn't have.
Ryka has a lot of hair, but it is actually fine.
Is it really? Okay.
It's not coarse at all.
No, it just looks thick. You just have a lot of hair. It's like
She has a lot of hair, but still very, very fine consistency. So all we do is lay Ryka's hair over the tape.
Okay, let's take a look. See,
Okay,
people,
so
how
you
that
can
looks?
See that?
Wow.
And now we take the second piece, and we're going to put it right over that. So we just sandwich her own hair in the middle, and that's what holds this extension in.
Ah, okay, get it. Wow, that is really dramatic.
So much kinder to the hair than bleach, and
Takes
much
a lot
more
less
temporary.
and a lot less time to put it in.
This is a very, very quick method as well. And the same, these run about $15 to $20 each piece. The price changes whether we cut them in half or leave them large. This
Okay.
is the large. And we're going to add some more, but you can already see
Yeah.
we're getting a really gorgeous highlight.
That looks
that quick.
That looks great.
With no chemicals.
Look at this. That looks awesome.
I love it.
So would this make you want to go for a longer term commitment on this?
Yes,
Okay, it's that quick.
I think so. Less damaging. Beautiful color.
And the color stays, it doesn't change. That's a thought. I hadn't thought about that because when you do highlights, the color changes over time.
Yes, that's a really good point, Stevie. The hair extension hair typically does not fade. So our biggest fading color are reds. So if we were going to add in red highlights or lowlights on someone and they have the fadage, that will be prevented if you use a hair extension rather than color.
So how many pieces will you put in total?
I'm not sure. We're going to just kind of eye it up as we go along here.
Okay.
See how many she needs.
Now, how is it when she washes her hair, or she blow dries it, or uses a curling iron and things like that, particularly with this kind of method?
These are very durable. What needs to be watched is no flat iron directly over the tape, because that would melt up the tape and then it could slip out. And also we want to avoid hair conditioner or any kind of shine or oil products right on the method of attachment. And that's pretty much a standard for every method of hair extensions, not just the tape. No conditioner, no shine or oil products on the method of attachment. You can blow dry it, shampoo like normal, but you don't want to get the flat iron on the method of attachment.
Okay, so there wouldn't be any argan oil or anything like that?
On the ends.
On the ends.
Use that on her ends, but not, which typically you wouldn't put that on your scalp anyways.
Yeah, that's true too.
Right.
But sometimes you have to tell people. And
We give everyone
even
aftercare
people like me,
instructions.
sometimes you have to really tell me.
Yes.
Because I forget, or I just kind of think, oh yeah, that's right. I've done weird things.
We give everyone aftercare instructions after they've had the extensions.
Oh, that's
applied.
a good thing to do. Oh, look at this, people. This is going to be so cool. Oh, this is, oh, look at this.
So we just did 2. That's probably enough on this side.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
You know, she got the look that she was after. It's really fashion forward and not too much. But a big change instantly.
Yeah. Look at this, people. This is awesome. Okay, people, we're going to be right back, and we'll do the other side. Okay, this is
like,
okay. People, we're back here with Susie at Making Waves Salons, and we're doing the other side of Ryka's hair, and we're putting in more extensions of the blonde color. She, of course, didn't want to be lopsided in the color, and she wants this, she's considering this for a longer term commitment, which is kind of fun. And this adds, since you're adding hair, this adds fullness.
Yes, it does. A lot of times people think hair extensions are just for length, and that's not necessarily true. We add them just for fullness and thickness, the same length of your own hair, which is exactly what we're doing to Ryka today. Even though we're only working in the front, sometimes the front area of the hair, women tend to be thinner and we get more breakage there. Sometimes we use the curling iron more around the face, yes, overheating and all those kind of things. So she's going to be getting volume, thickness, and fullness, and color, not any length.
Okay, and I noticed that these extensions are got some curl. They're not bone straight.
Correct. The hair comes in straight, wavy, or curly. We can actually order the hair in a spiral curl also. And you can use the curling iron or flat iron on this extension hair, just like your own hair, to get any kind of a look that you want.
So if you want, because I understand the point that some people want bone straight, but to me that's not a look that really, that's it's not very versatile. That if you went in with wavy, you could actually add a little more curl, or you could just blow it out a little bit more if you wanted.
It's a matter of personal taste. Straight hair over the last few years has been very, very popular, but to get that stick straight hair, we're using a lot of heat, and that now we have Brazilian blowout and keratin complex, which have came into the market mainly because we've over dried and processed our hair with heat and chemicals. So we have now methods of things we can do, like the keratin complex and Brazilian blowout, to add protein and moisture back into the hair and make it silky and shiny. So it's kind of a catch-22 with the straightening.
Exactly. I mean, I know people who use it for they just want to get rid of the frizz.
Yes, it's very good for deep frizz. but the frizz sometimes comes from being overprocessed. It could just be your natural hair as well.
Okay, so you can get to see this again, just how it's applied. Okay, so you can see the blonde there, people, already.
So just with the small amount of hair we've added to Ryka, she will notice volume and thicker hair when she puts it in a ponytail or she's styling it. She'll feel the extra hair, which is nice. So not only is she getting highlights, but she's getting volume and thicker hair.
That's a good part. That's a good result. Wow, check that out. That's really pretty. Can we swivel her around a little bit? Oh yeah. Look at that. Wow. What a change. Yay on you. That looks so gorgeous.
I love it.
Yay. This is awesome. I mean, this is really, I mean, talk about instant gratification. That really doesn't take that long. This is...
It's instant gratification. That's affordable.
Yeah. Now, how much, just based on what you put on her, how much would that run, roughly speaking?
15... Hers would be probably what we did today, around $150.
That's really, really, I mean, that's what somebody would charge for highlights, except this would last. I mean, and wouldn't change color and wouldn't damage your hair and all those other positive things.
Yes, that cost about, that price for what we did today would be the same amount of money we would use to have bleached her hair in less time. This is much quicker and without the damage.
Yes, and you can go out immediately and go, yay, have a good time, and show everybody. So this is very cool. Okay, people, we'd like to thank Susie for her time, and Ryka, thank you for being the model on this.
Thank you.
Looks awesome. People, if people wanted to ask you questions, where would they go?
They can come directly to our website, www.makin, no G, it's M-A-K-I-N with no G, Makin Waves Corp, CORP.com, or they can call me directly here at the salon.
Okay, people, will put the URL on the blog post as well as her phone number and address. And this is, you got to come down here. Susie's a genius at this, and this is really fun. And if you have the money to be able to do it, if you think about highlighting your hair, you might want to think about doing this instead. So we'd like to thank Susie for her time. Ryka, thank you very much for your time too. And this is Stevie for the LA Story saying see you soon, people.
Thanks for joining Stevie Wilson on LA Story. Feel free to check out other podcasts and videos. Bookmark it now. www.la-story.com.